Hi everyone. Okay, we're gonna make this. It's a giant flower. It's hard to fit in the whole thing. I'm gonna do two parts. First we're gonna make the flower, and then in the next video we'll make it square. It's actually a dishcloth. So if you do it with cotton yarn, you can make a dishcloth out of it. Or if you do it with regular yarn, you can make a blanket out of it, which is what I'm gonna do. So, the very first thing we're going to do is make a slip stitch. And then we're going to crochet 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to make a ring, slip stitch into the end. Okay, and then you have a ring. And you're going to chain 3. This counts as a double crochet. And then you're going to crochet 11 double crochets into the ring. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm just crocheting over the tail so I don't have to sew it in later. 4. This is kind of an advanced pattern, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. I'm just using a variegated yarn. This one is Red Heart Super Saver Stripes, and I believe the color is Peacock. I think. I'm not sure what color it is. It looks like this. It's like red and purple and green and yellow. It's all kinds of colors. So when you get to 12, then you want, or 11, you're going to attach it in the top of the chain. So you have 12 total. You're going to count them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now what we're going to do is chain up 3. And you're going to place another double crochet in that same space, and you're going to do 2 double crochets all the way around. So you're going to have a total of 24 stitches or 12 groups of 2. And the thing with this yarn is this is actually going to look more kind of like stained glass when it's done, because once we put the black on to make the petals, the black is raised. It's actually on the outside, and it makes it look like stained glass. Okay, almost done here. And on this one, I always want to make sure I count, because if you get off, you don't have enough petals, and it throws the whole thing off. You have to have 12 petals. So I always just go back and count just to make sure. And one more set of 2. Oh, 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. 2 more sets. And it throws you off when it changes colors there. And it doesn't matter where it changes colors, because once you put the black on, you won't be able to see it as much. But some people get bothered by it, and then you can change colors if you want. And then you're just gonna attach with a slip stitch at the top of the chain 3. Okay, now you see how we did the 2, let me pull this through to the other side, it's not in the way, cut that off later. Alright, so you see how we did the 2 in each one? What you want to do is you're going to do in between there. So you want to chain 3, and then you're going to go in between the stitches, and you're going to double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same spot, and you're going to do that all the way around. And now you're going to skip the 2. Okay. Now you're going to skip the 2, and there's 1 in each stitch. And you're going to work 2 double crochets. Chain 2. And 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So it's almost like doing a corner, and you're doing it between the 2 stitches. And at the end you're going to have 12 of these, the beginning of the petals. So I'll let you finish that up, and then I'll meet you back around on the other side. And it might be a little cramped, that's okay, it'll straighten out on the next row. Okay, and then just so you have 12 of these when you get to the other side. Okay, and we'll get to the other side here, and we're just gonna, when I attach it on this one, I leave the 2 loops from the double crochet, and then I put that in from the last double crochet, so I don't go through the last time, and then I put it into the top of the 3rd chain, and then I bring it through all of them. It makes it a little more close together. I think it looks better on this one. I don't always do that, but on this one I have. Now what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into the very first one here. Let's see, yep. And then we're going to get into the chain 2, slip stitch into the chain 2 space, and then you're going to chain 3, and again we're going to do the same thing with the 2 double crochets, chain 2, sorry, I'm struggling a little bit with this yarn, I don't know why. So you're just doing the 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and then you just skip to the next one, and you do the same thing, and it's just 2 double crochets, chain 2, one, 2, skip to the next one, and then do that all the way around in all 12, and so you should have 12 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and I'll meet you back around. And if you can see now, this is actually getting a little more flat now because it's working itself bigger. I'll meet you over at the other side. Okay, now we're going to get around to the other side here. You're just going to attach it at the top of the chain 3. Chain 1. Now we're going to slip stitch over to the chain 3 space or chain 2 space. And in this row, we're going to chain 3, and now you're going to do 2 double crochets for a total of 3, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. 3. So you can see that. Make sure you still have 12 going around. So now you just skip over to the next corner space, chain 3, or I mean, sorry about that, double crochet 3, chain 2, and double crochet 3. And we're going to do that all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the beginning, and we'll do the next row. And there's going to be 7 rows total in this flower, okay? Okay, getting around to the end here, we're just going to attach it at the top of the chain 3. Chain 1. Now you're going to slip stitch into the first stitch and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. So you're 1 stitch before the corner, and then you're going to double crochet 3, chain 2, double crochet 3 in the same space. So you're basically just adding a stitch on either side on this one. 3, and then you're going to pull that back a little bit and double crochet in the first stitch. So now instead of 6, you have 8. Oops. Okay, and then you're just going to skip over to the one right before the corner, and you're going to work a double crochet in there, and then work 3 double crochets in the corner, 2, 3, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. And pull that back and hit that one right there and do 1 double crochet in there. So this is what it looks like with the space. Chain, or 1 double crochet, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, 1 double crochet. Do that all the way around and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, now we're coming around to the other side. I'm going to attach this to the chain 3. Chain 1, and then we're going to slip stitch into the next one and chain 2, or chain 3, sorry. Double crochet in the next stitch. So 2 double crochets, and then you're going to do 3 into the corner like you have been doing. 3. Oh, you're going to do 6, I'm sorry. 4, 5, 6. You're not doing a chain 2 on this one, you're just doing the 6. And then you're going to do 2 double crochets in the first 2 stitches. And then you're going to skip over here and you're going to go 2 from the corner. And you're going to work a double crochet in there. And then a double crochet in the next one. and then 6 double crochets in the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you pull that back and get the first 2 and double crochet in those, and you're going to do that all the way around. So you have 2 before the corner, 6 in the corner, and then 2 after the corner. Okay, now meet you on the other side. Coming around the other side here, we're just going to attach it at the top of the chain 3. Chain 1. And we're going to clip it off. And now we're going to get the black, and we're going to start on the black next. Now we're going to do the black. I go down 1 size. I guess this is I. So I must have been using a J before. So we're going to be working this on the front of the project. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a slip stitch. You're just going to start on any one of these, and you're going to make a single crochet in the very first stitch after the thing. Now we're going to do a back post double crochet. So you wrap the yarn around, you put it around the back of the post, wrap the yarn around, pull it through the post, and then you do the double crochet. So you're not going in the normal hole, you're going around the post. This is called a back post double crochet. And it's just a regular double crochet, except of where you place the yarn. 3, 4, 5. You're going to skip this first one, so you're going to leave that first one there. 6, 7, 8, and you're going to work all those in the back post only. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you this ridge here of the flower. And now we're going to have 1 post left, and we're going to work it a regular single crochet right in the front, and then you're going to chain 2, and then you take your work, and if you fold it, you're going to do these between here. So you're going to chain 2, and I fold it, it's a little easier, and you're going to do a single crochet on the first space, and then you're going to chain 2, single crochet again on the first space, or second space, sorry, chain 2, single crochet in the next space, chain 2, single crochet in the next space, chain 2, single crochet in the next space, chain 2, and then you're going to single crochet. You have 2 on this side, and you're going to go right on the other side of the second one, and you're going to make 1 more single crochet, and then we're going to chain 2, and you're going to flip your work around, because now we have to work up so you can see the the line coming down, and you're just going to work it in the same place. So you single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the next space. Make sure you don't cross it over. Takes some time to get the hang of this front, working on the front of the project. 1, 2, but it makes it stand up real nice. Makes, you know, like a texture on it. 1, 2. Single crochet in the last one, and then chain 2, and then you're going to single crochet in the first stitch, and then you're just going to skip that first stitch, and you're going to back post double crochet along the next part of the flower, 2, 3, 4. It kind of works better if you fold this over when you're doing it. 5. Go behind the post, pull it through just like a regular double crochet, and do the double crochet. You want to make sure you get all the way around the post. You don't want to go in here, you want to go down at the bottom. So go around that post and then work the double crochet. And then you have one left, and you're going to single crochet in there. And then if you turn your work, it makes it a little bit easier. And you're going to chain 2. And you're just going to work again down the front of the project. Chain 2, single crochet. And if you notice that's why I used the last stitch in the rounds, in order so that it would be fat like this and not be a single stitch, because it has to be a little more sturdy. So we don't want it to come out. So that's why I did that when I attached it. Chain 2, and then you have 2 here. You'll go right after the 2, single crochet, chain 2, and then work your way back up. And you're going to do that all the way around to the very end, and I will meet you back at the other side. Okay, so now we've gone around the whole thing, and we're back up to the other side. So you're going to do your last single crochet, and you're going to attach that to the top of the first one and clip the edge, and there you go. And in part 2, we're going to go ahead, I'm going to use a different color one in part 2, but we'll go ahead and make it a square like this. It's hard to see. I can't make the camera big enough. It's a pretty big square. I think it's 16 or 18 inches square. But when you sew it together, it can be a blanket or whatever you want it to be. So I'll go ahead and get another video going. I'm going to use the pink one this time because I have to use a different color in the back. It's easier to see. the black is hard to see. Thanks for watching, and make sure you watch part 2.